After Europe's crushing 5-0 win in yesterday's four balls, Thongchai Jaide's Asia's team were challenged to regain some pride today, and the men in red shirts did exactly that. But they still had to cope with this in-form European captain. Jimenez was at it again early on today, holding out a bunker for an eagle at the third. The top match, a repeat of yesterday, Jimenez and Larrathabal against Jaide and Aphibarnrat, and it was Jaide who holed out for birdie at 5 in what was always a very close and high quality match. To the 9th, Asia 1 up at this point. Another putt holds by Jimenez, all square at the turn. And then both on and 2 at the par 5 11th. Asia much closer though. Jimenez once again holds a putt. Astonishing performance by the European captain, but Aphibarnrat had the perfect response. The hole halved in eagle threes, and Asia stay 1 up. Pablo Larrathabal played much better on the back nine, and it was the younger man who holed the putt for birdie at the last to ensure that a high quality game finished all square. The second match then, and this was one in which Asia were always dominant. A really good combination of Prayad Marksen and Kim Hyung Sung. This was Marksen's second into the first, nearly holding out for an eagle 2. That took Asia into a lead, which they never lost. Marksen again for birdie at the 8th. And when the tie played this beautiful tee shot at 12 to set up another birdie, it had taken the Asian pair into a 4-up lead. The old Danish partnership of Thomas Bjorn and Thorbjørn Olesen really had absolutely no answer today, and in the end it was Kim who had the 2 putts at the 15th for victory, which he duly took to ensure a first point for Asia, a 4-3 victory, and the match score now 5-1. The Spanish-Scottish combination of Gonzalo Fernandez Castaño and Stephen Gallagher was one of Europe's strongest yesterday, and they started off well again today. Fernandez Castaño's birdie at 6 had them 2 up, and Stephen Gallagher's well worked out second into the 7th led to birdie, and there were 3 up. It looked nailed on for another point for the Europeans, but then back came the Asian pair of Kumi Oda and Hideto Tanahara. The 2 Japanese played very well indeed on the back nine. This was Oda's tee shot at 12. Suddenly the European lead was down to 1. And the comeback continued. Tanahara with 2 for it at 15. And suddenly, from being 3 down, Asia were 1 up. Stephen Gallagher badly needed to hold this birdie at 17 and did. The match all square again. Another high quality encounter. In fact, saw Europe with the chance to win the match. A birdie opportunity for Stephen Gallagher at the 18th. He wasn't quite able to hold it. Again, the match finishes all square. Match 4 and another combination which did very well yesterday in the 4 balls. Dubuisson and Loughton for Europe, and at the opening hole, Victor Dubuisson, now up to 23 in the world, showed why he has been one of the most talked about players in the world for the last 5 or 6 months. Europe off to a flying start. But Jaide's pairing of Rahman Siddiqur of Bangladesh and Anirban Lahiri of India proved to be a masterstroke. This was a wonderful shot, second into the 3rd for Siddiqur to set up an eagle for the Asian pair. The match back to all square. And that's how it stayed until the 9th. The putter belongs to Joost Luiten, and Europe 1 up again. Now, this was always a close match. At the 12th, a birdie putt for Lahiri. Once again, all square. In fact, the Asians were dormy too before Europe came back to win 17. But it was Lahiri who holed the vital putt at the 18th to give the Asians the full point and put a smile on Thongchai Jaide's face. pairing of Gaganjeet Bhullar and Nicholas Fung were in the bottom match for Asia against Europe's McDowell and Donaldson, and it was Bhullar who held that morale-boosting birdie putt at the first. Back though came McDowell with a birdie at the third. But just as yesterday, the European pair went behind early on. This was Bhullar's third at the seventh. Lovely little chip in. And suddenly Asia were 2 up after 8. But then into the back nine, and the young Malaysian Nicholas Fung appeared to be feeling the pressure. A par miss there, and an important one too, especially when Graham McDowell holed out for par at 16. And having been in trouble early on, suddenly Europe were dormy too, and the match ended at the next hole, the 17th. Jimmy Donaldson with this putt for a par, which was good enough for a 2-1 win. So Asia recover some pride today after losing the 4 balls 5-0. They came back to win the foursomes 3-2. So the overall all-match score 7-3 to Europe, 3.5 points required.